Welcome back to day two of the free to play new server guide. Because it's day two, we'll be able to get our Celestial Spear up to 8 star from just collecting her here. I already did that just to save you some time, but let's just quickly look at the 7 day target. Some of these are really relatively straightforward, reaching level 29, which you should do. It's right after reset, and I was able to reach level 30 already. Endless Abyss, I'll show you that in a minute. Hero star up 3 times. That was bringing Celestial Spirit at 8 star. Using your premium recruits, you should have done probably 120 by now. If not, as you clear through Abyss Tower, you'll be getting more premium recruit scrolls. And then right here, the Abyss Shop accumulation consumption of 2,000. I'll show you where you should be spending the first time. And this memory corridor dragon lady, this requires you to be level 33, but that's not a big deal. We'll be able to get 200 without that as long as you cleared everything from day one. And if you haven't, you can go back and clear it today. So let's jump over here. Once you clear one floor in this Endless Abyss, depending upon what day you started, you'll either have the solo mode like I did, or you'll have team mode. Both are doable. You don't need to clear all 10 floors day one. You can easier on the solo mode, but it does take a lot of RNG. You can kind of like view to see who's done it, check out their power, and you can see these people are spenders or have already used, their god hero pulls, which we are going to wait until tomorrow. So once you've beaten a floor, you'll have this feature preview where you get, it says clear a floor on the Endless Abyss, and you get 5,000 of the resources right here, which is huge. So you go back in here and you go to the shop up here, and you want to buy this Lord of Time because this allows you to get her to 8 star right away, and definitely something you should be spending as soon as possible. So once you've done that as well, you'll have access to the rest of these resources. And if you've gotten your 200, you'll get your first legendary Cosmos Talisman. Mine came with all right attributes right here. You can re-roll these, reforge them, but I wouldn't waste your time. Anything's better than nothing, and it's just obviously more stats. So let me go ahead and throw that on my Celestial Spear. I tend to throw everything on your damage dealer. So you just hit your equip, replace, and bam. Also, once you've had a bunch more of these, you can start to ascend these by just having 5 of the same type. You're able to upgrade it to the next level here. So let's go ahead and do that for our second one. See what we get. Once again, the skill attribute is going to be random. And as you can see, we got the same one as we had on our legendary one right here. This is a better version, but you can't have the same skill on both talismans. They won't proc. So it's better for me to put this on a different hero, someone that attacks as well more frequently. So I'll just throw it on my Luminescence. You could just switch it on someone else, preferably someone who hits more frequently. Lord of Time doesn't hit every single time. She casts heals when she has a full rage bar. So now that we have her, I don't know if we have enough copies here to really rank up. I guess we have a few more. But what we will end up doing is resetting our Artemis probably really soon, just because we won't need her as much, and we can just replace that hero with something else, maybe another support, and we're getting a better heal now, more stats, and we're not really able to level up too far because we just don't have the resources. As you can see, that's been a challenge. I'm sure you're experiencing it by now. So let me go ahead, just level up a little bit, and once you hit level 28 as well, another perk that pops up is this glory title will be glowing for you. Obviously, you should have been able to clear the Dragonspine Tower by floor 50 day one, and 28 was kind of the really only benchmark that's preventing us. So you hit the go to the arena shop. Make sure you're not spending your diamonds. Use the one that's right here, top right. Collect that, go back, promote it, and this gives you another talent system to help boost your heroes, which is just, more stats, more power, right? It makes it life a lot easier, along with just getting a few more diamonds and resources here. Both these you can do real quick, and it's really straightforward. I'm not going to really talk too much about this. I'll fast forward it for a second. Just one highlight thing is the yellow ones with the yellow cap give you a bonus at the end. So that's the only thing really noticeable, but it's super easy. You'll blast right through this. So let me just fast forward for you. All right, just make sure you collected the chest from both of them. And we'll just hop back and start putting those talents in. There's really not too much to this. You can reset it anytime you want. I tend to go with the front row stuff. Usually get the attack here, max that out. I think early on, attack is better, especially on the harder stages. They hit so hard, you just want to kind of kill them first, from my experience, versus try and stall it out. And so I just grab the stats here, then I just kind of go to the back row. And that's what I kind of tend for this one. I don't think it makes too much of a difference, but in case you're wondering what I go with. And the next glory title won't be until level 42, but you'll need two of these. These reset every 24 hours. So you can grab one tomorrow and then another one. So that way you're prepared, but only grab two because after these ones, it does switch to a different version. So you'll need two more after this. And before we visit the trial stage, let's just jump over to the Dragon Spine Tower. Just want to show you where I'm currently stuck at. It is floor 200, and we can try and really push through it. I was able to get Revenant Knight. It is only a 5-star copy, but this hero is really good. Just want to show you why. This hero knocks out certain heroes like the Dark Knight in the front row, allowing your Celestial Spear to hit the whole two back rows and prevent any of the Dark Knight's abilities from happening. I'm just currently a little too weak to really push the damage here. As you see, we probably need to make sure we're killing Celestial Spear first round, or potentially having a freeze land before our Dark Knight. Any crowd control that lands on the Dark Knight before being sent to the Abyss would be lasting in another whole turn. As you can see, the Dark Knight's counterattack just really levels my team. So you should be around floor 200 right here. And I was able to do that with the team I was using yesterday. Pretty straightforward after I got the 8-star Celestial Spear. So let's jump over to the most important part of today, getting through as much of the stage 1 trial. There is no coronet in this one. That will be starting tomorrow, but these are important. We would definitely want to get another copy of Lord of Time and any of these soul obsidians that we can get, right? So let's just do our best and see what we can do. I'm just going to run the team like this. And bam, able to get another copy of Lord of Time here. And at this point, we can just go ahead and rank her up for some more stats too. And because we were able to reset our Artemis, we have an extra copy here to rank her up. And I'm just going to use this copy as well, and this, and more stats real quick, and a bigger heal. Went from 310% to 360 based off our attack. So that's pretty massive. And obviously the ability to go up to level 225, but we just don't have the experience. Like I said, I like to level up my damage dealer. Now that she is at 200, I will work on Lord of Time for a bit because definitely want to keep her alive. Big chunk of power there. Anyone else I really want to level up? Right now I have 3 other level 100, so she's the only one we can level up. The nice thing is too, you can keep just leveling her, and you can always free reset. The free reset is unlimited. So let's hit the equip button. Forgot to, I guess, equip some gear on her. Let's make sure we throw something on her as well. More stats, better, right? And we'll just quick craft. Make sure she's got some decent gear. And these real quick will show up in a few days. More gear. I'll talk about that when that arrives. Obviously, when you rank heroes up, gather it all and get those extra stats. Let's jump back over to the new server. Let's see if we can get that trial stage 8 done. Get some of these obsidians. That would be pretty big for us. Bam. And these are used for the God Heir recruitment. So anything we can get today is going to be huge for tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be pulling our God Heirs. Hopefully we can get the next two stages done. And as you can see, our tanky Lord of Time carried us through there. She really kept everyone alive, picking them back up, and obviously our Celestial Spear popping off with the damage. I thought we were gonna lose, but decided just to stick it out, which was pretty big. I have a feeling that this next one is going to be pretty rough. Recommended power is 9, almost a million right here, and we're only at I think 300k, so 400k actually, 442. So we're less than half, but we'll see what happens. Let's try and change our formation a little bit here. So I saw that it did have a couple of notable things. One being that we're going to get this row stunned over here. So we can put Lord of Time here because she will be fine if she's stunned because she breaks out of stuns. The other thing is if we put our Luminescence up front, when she dies, she gives everyone a little extra buff. And I'm not sure if that will be a real game changer here, but we can just see what that looks like. We are taking a huge hit off the rip, which is not helping us. You can see there's the stun. We're just taking so much damage. I don't know if it matters where I put our hero. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to clear this one. All right, we're back. Just going to try out some different teams real quick. I did swap in Frost Spirit here that does a giant freeze. We're going to keep our tank heroes on the left-hand side so they can eat the stun. But I think this is going to be very RNG dependent and may come back to this before reset. I still have 20 hours or so to try and clear this, and within those 20 hours, I will get stronger. So maybe it will just take some time, or maybe we just won't have enough damage, which is fine. These resources aren't required to get the coronets, and I haven't gotten them in the past as well. So would like to get them, but it's definitely not mandatory. And as you can see, we're just kind of getting leveled here. We didn't freeze anyone there, so let me run it a few times to see if we can get a big freeze on all the damage dealers with our Frost Spirit. She only does like a 10% chance for freezing, and I would want to freeze multiple heroes, so it's probably not going to happen. Didn't land anyone here, so kind of a shame. Team's falling over. It is one of those things that it may be possible, but you might need to have the stars align when you're thinking about a 10% chance to freeze. Want to freeze multiple heroes. Didn't land anyone there. So I guess to speed up the process, I could just restart it real quick each time it doesn't land a big 2-person freeze at least. Let's try and get 1 2-person freeze and see what it looks like. No freeze here, but we were able to kill one, so that's kind of helpful, right? But we lost our Celestial Spears, that's a wash. We could just leave the freeze there. Would have been big. 1 dead. Two down. Off stun, not good. So we didn't land a freeze, but because we just hit just hard enough, we might be able to squeak by. I think we got it. And bam, able to clear it all. Very lucky there. So this was the team I used. If you can look at the damage, all Celestial Spear. And you just have to have your team be tanky enough to survive, apparently. and have Celestial Spirit kill someone. So I think it is possible if I had landed a few freezes. As you can see there, the freeze just wasn't landing. And that is, the case when it's a 10% chance. We can hop over to our Frost Spirit here real quick. And let's just look at her. And the move that we want to land here is Blizzard. And it is a 10% chance to freeze. Does get better as you rank her up. It will go to 12%, and then I think it goes to 14%. And there is a talisman that you can get that will also increase it. I just had this moon talisman on. I did end up picking up a couple more talismans in the Endless Abyss in this shop just to get a few more stats. I bought these moon ones. It's not really necessary. It wasn't that much of a cost. So I decided to see if those extra stats would help, and it looks like it might have just paid off. Hard to tell. I was hoping to do it with stunning them, which I think would have worked. And I'm not going to force my way through this floor 10. I was able to get through up to floor 10 using this team for the solo. It's easy if you had Night Eater, so I'm not worried about it. There's only a certain amount of floors, so the next time this comes around, I'll just get through floor 10 and get our first codex. And tomorrow, with the team mode, we should be able to grab the codex on floor 10 there, and vice versa, depending upon what day you start on. So this is where you roughly should be at the end of day 2. I still have many hours, but I'm just going to pause it here for today for the guide. And just a recap, floor 200, still haven't cleared it. Even with this team, it would be really hard. I could try and RNG it with stuns and stuff, but I'll wait till tomorrow when I get a little bit stronger. So hope you found this guide helpful. Please like and subscribe. That really helps me out. And if you have any additional comments, or if your team's not working, throw it in the Discord. We're happy to help out. And those free recruits here, they're not 100% necessary. Even just missing that last stage, it's not going to be a killer. So do your best, but don't over sweat it if you're struggling. I do have 6 months of experience, so all the little upgrades and stuff I'm doing are second nature. As you can see, I've ranked up a bunch of different heroes. These stars just to get additional food, because every time you rank up heroes, you can go in the starburst and level this up. So it's right now a level 71 statue for these extra stats. And catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks. Take care.